Hello and welcome back to the Todoist channel. My name is Naomi and in today's video we are going to discuss getting organised. We have a framework of 10 things you can do to truly organise your life and keep it that way. But before we jump in, I want to share two things with you. One is nobody has their life completely organised all of the time. That is just not possible. Life is very fluid, and so your systems for being organised should be fluid also. There are times when we all feel like we haven't got a handle on everything. That's completely normal, but this system will help. And the second thing is, don't be fooled into thinking that simply watching this video is going to organise your life. I will share some things in this video that you maybe haven't heard before, as well as some things that you have. But the only way to really truly get on top of the things that are bothering you right now when it comes to organising your life is to take action. Organising is a verb, it's a doing word. So grab your favourite way to take notes and let's dive in. First, we'll go through each individual piece of the framework, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a list of questions that you can use to apply this to any area of your life, and I mean any area. Number 1, develop habits and build a routine. Don't roll your eyes. I can see you rolling your eyes. We all have habits that have solidified their way into our life without any real conscious thought. The key here is to question whether or not the habits that exist in your life right now are there because of intention, or are they simply a result of inertia? Good habits can set us up for a long time success and fulfillment, but bad habits can actually rob us of our time, fulfillment, happiness, money, you name it. So take a look at the habits that you currently have in your life. What's working? What's not? And is there anything that you think could be included to make your life better? Maybe things that aren't working for you are mindlessly doom scrolling on social media each day. That is something that I'm very guilty of and would like to reduce. Also, takeaway being a default for some nights of the week whenever you maybe don't want to cook, something I'm also guilty of. And then maybe you could be using more of your free time for exercise. Me again. Listen, building good habits is not easy. As James Clear said in his bestseller, Atomic Habits, ultimately your habits matter because they help you become the type of person you wish to be. They are the channel through which you develop your deepest beliefs about yourself. Quite literally, you become your habits. And once you've figured out which habits you want to have in your life, you can then assemble them into a routine, something that's going to serve you daily and help you keep going whenever motivation wanes. Although life is going to be unpredictable at times, it does always help to have a plan. And all you need to do that is simply a task manager, like Todoist, and a calendar. And then you can plan away till your heart is content. If you have seen any of our other videos, you may already know that I am a massive fan of a weekly review. And in Laura Vanderkam's book, 168 Hours, You Have More Time Than You Think, that's what it's called, she stresses the importance of planning your week. Well-planned blocks of 168 hours are big enough to accommodate full-time work, intense involvement with your family, rejuvenating leisure time, adequate sleep, and everything else that actually matters. Of course, the emphasis here is on the term well planned, and that is where Todoist comes in. It gives you an opportunity to schedule everything you need to do within the confines of your week, and then focus on the things that are most important to you. Number 3, embrace your natural inclinations. Organising your life and thoughtfully curating your habits can accidentally sometimes become a bit of a self-defeating exercise in aspirational living. But as Naval Ravikant says, the best book is the one you can't put down. The best exercise is the one you enjoy doing every day. The best health food is the one that you find tasty. The best work is the work you do for free. So our advice here is to embrace the things that you enjoy. If you don't like getting up at 5 a.m, don't get up at 5 a.m. If you don't like reading, then listen to podcasts or watch documentaries. If you don't like ironing your clothes, then buy wrinkle-resistant fabrics. If you're not a big fan of going to the gym, or you don't want to go out running but you still want to get some cardio in, download a dancing game and give that one a go. Just try and find things that light you up. There are many ways to achieve what you want to achieve, so choosing the path of least resistance can sometimes be the best option. Number 4, consistency over perfection. Sometimes we can adopt an all or nothing attitude that means that you set really high expectations for yourself, and then whenever you don't achieve them, you throw in the towel altogether. But by understanding the impact of incremental process and the power of compounding effort over time, we can often be more realistic and get more out of life. A little personal aside for me, I used to have a very perfectionist attitude. And then I actually realized that nobody cares. Like, it really doesn't matter that much whether something's like super perfect. Most often, people just care that it's done. And so I started embracing the attitude of done is better than perfect. And it's worked really well for me so far. So by making consistency a part of your life and just getting used to things being imperfect, you can often make more progress towards your goals. Number 5, find balance. In our attempt to organize everything and schedule our lives perfectly, sometimes balance can go out the window. We may go all in on a work project and really devote ourselves to it, and then let other things like our health and our wellness and our relationships slide. It's really, really important that you take time to look after yourself. Make sure that you're in it for the long haul, that you're practicing sustainable things that you can maintain in order to achieve your goals. It's okay every now and then to have intense periods, but to make sure that you pull back and look at the big picture and are taking everything into account that really makes you happy and makes you fulfilled, that is the key whenever you're organizing your life. And by constantly recharging your batteries and looking after yourself, then you're able to show up in your work and your life for yourself and all of the people that depend on you. Number 6, prioritize appropriately. One surefire way to make juggling everything so much easier is to intentionally let some things drop. Get comfortable not being perfect and get comfortable saying no, because there is only so much that you can do in a day, and there is only so much you can do in a week, and there is only so much you can do in a month. And just like I said, back in number 5, find balance, you need to look after yourself. So knowing your most important things in a day, the things that are truly a priority, not urgent, but important, those are the things that you want to try to prioritize. Number 7 is declutter and simplify. Look for every opportunity to simplify your life, your to-do list, your space, your time. Sometimes the chaos that we feel in our lives is just simply a result of too much input, too much to do. There's too much on your to-do list, there's too much in your space, there's too much on your mind. I can't tell you how many times I have spent a Sunday morning opening up my Todoist and just going through it and seeing how many things I can delete. It actually becomes a bit of a fun game after a while when you go through it and just figure out the things that don't need to be there, because quite often we're very good at recording all of our thoughts, getting everything out, putting it on a list. But does it all need to be done? No, it really does not. And then when you get rid of that stuff, it simply opens up space in your brain, on your list, in your calendar to do all of the things that you really want to do. Number 8, measure your progress. There's a lot of power in knowing what's working for you and what's not. And I do believe, once again, the weekly review comes into its own here, because it gives you an option to spend some time in your week looking back at whether or not things worked for you in the past week, how you spent your time, what you prioritized, how you're feeling, whether you're devoting enough time to looking after yourself or others. All of those questions that you ask yourself really do help you reflect and then plan what's happening going forward. It also gives you an opportunity to pivot on some goals if you need to. Number 9, automate or outsource. Is there anything that you do on a regular basis that you can outsource to either technology, whether that's an app or a website, or another person? If you can automate it, set that automation up. It will save you time. Whether that's automating your bills or investments or getting a cleaning service if that's within your budget. It may be a wee bit of time up front, but it'll be worth it in the long run. Number 10 is experiment. Sometimes in life when we're working towards things, you just feel a little bit stale. And coming up with new things to try or novel experiences can be a way of making everything feel fresh and exciting. So whatever area of your life you're applying this framework to, always end with a positive look forward into the future on how you can experiment to make it fun. Now you know these 10 aspects of organizing your life, How on earth do you apply them to all of the different areas? Whether that's work, managing your home, finance, family, friendships, business, school, your health. There are so many different areas in our life that we would want to organize and optimize better. I'm going to break this framework down into the questions you can ask yourself, and this is where your notebook comes in, about the area in life you have in mind. And if you want to, you could go through all of the areas of your life. But if you've got one in particular that you're thinking, that one's not really quite working out for me, I suggest applying these questions, truly answering them, truly answering them, and see how you feel after. I'm going to list these questions on the screen, but I'll also read them out. What habits and routines are currently not serving me in this area of my life? What habits and routines would help me feel more organised? How can I factor in time on a weekly or monthly basis to routinely plan ahead? Am I striving for a reality that truly reflects me as a person, including what I like and dislike? How can I let go of perfection in this area of my life and cultivate consistency instead? How can I improve this area of my life without sacrificing other things that are important to me? What are the most impactful aspects of this area of my life? What means less to me that I can let go of? What can I let go of in order to make this area of my life feel easier? What would I like to see improve, and how can I reflect on and measure that progress? Is there anything in this area of my life that I can automate or outsource to someone or something else? What new things would I like to try in this area of my life? So there you have it, how to organize any area of your life. Now this video was actually based on an article that we have on Todoist.com that goes into a deep dive on how to apply this framework into different areas of your life. There are also a ton of templates in there. I'll leave the link in the description box below, but it's pretty much the only way that you can shortcut any of this work. Now on to the giveaway that I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video. If you have made it this far, thank you so much, but also comment down below and subscribe to the channel, and you could be in with a chance of winning 1 year of Todoist Pro for free. And if you find this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up. It means so much when you do, and maybe even consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. This one needs to be quick, kids. If you've seen any of our other proponent, is that the right word? See how it turns out. No, video, channel, video. You may already know that I can't do it. This is the part where I always forget to do the thumbnail. We're done.